Hey, welcome back to Pivot Era, where we create a quiet space in a loud world. A place where you have the opportunity to take a pause between who you were and who you're becoming. And for folks who are in a season of transition, in work, looking for your next promotion, or looking for what's next in life, this is your space to breathe, to slow down, to think out loud. Today's reflection for episode 10 is called It's Child's Play. It's about the part of us that still knows how to imagine, even if we've learned to hide it behind grown-up routines and serious faces. When I was a kid, I loved playing outside. Climbing trees, scraping my knees, or picking Victoria plums with my friend Lee from a neighbor's fruit tree. I built dens out of blankets and branches, and I was always imagining, like one day my den was a pirate ship, the next, a secret base, and another a palace I built. There was no audience, no purpose, just play. And I miss that. Somewhere along the way, we traded scraped knees for tidy calendars. We stopped climbing trees and started climbing ladders. The career kind. Suddenly, everything had to mean something, had to count, had to prove we were moving forward. So, when did playing around start to feel like a waste of time? This got me thinking, maybe play isn't something we grow out of. What if it's something we grow back into? Because every pivot, every reinvention starts with curiosity. I'm thinking the kind of feeling we had as kids. You know, like, I don't know what I'm building, but I want to see where this goes. That's play. As adults, we get scared of looking foolish. We say things like, I'll try that when I have more clarity. Or, I just need to figure out the plan first. But kids never wait for clarity. They create it through play. They test things. They follow what feels fun. And when something doesn't work, they just change the rules. Imagine if we worked that way. How cool would that be? Guess what? I've been trying to bring that back into my own work, to treat it less like a performance and more like a playground. Some days that means recording an idea even if my voice shakes, or writing something without over-editing it, or AI brainstorming, not to be perfect but to be surprised. When I approach my work like play, I stop asking, is this good enough? And instead start asking, does this feel alive? Cool, right? That one question changes everything. And here's the thing. Play isn't just personal. It's powerful in business too. In tech teams, in creative groups, in customer experience. Play is what sparks cut through. Because when people feel safe to explore, experiment, and be curious, that's when real innovation happens. Think about the best products or experiences you've ever used. The ones that made you smile or felt unexpectedly thoughtful. They came from teams that weren't afraid to play, to test wild ideas, to push boundaries, to follow curiosity just to see what might work. Play is what turns process into possibility. It's how a routine project becomes something that makes a customer go, wow, they really thought about me. So you see, in a world obsessed with efficiency, play is how we create wonder. It's how we make tech feel human again. So even in business, and most definitely in today's world, it's worth asking, what would happen if we made a little more room for play? That's why I love this quote from the designer Charles Eames. He said, toys are not really as innocent as they look. Toys and games are the preludes to serious ideas. Maybe play isn't about escaping reality. Maybe it's how we invent it. When we were children, play helped us understand the world. Now it can help us reimagine it. So here's a thought for this week. Do something pointless. Something that doesn't build your personal brand, or your career, or even your portfolio. Something that exists purely because you wanted to make it. Create a playlist that only you will ever hear. Think of nothing and doodle. Write a story that no one will read. Go climb a tree, or at least look up at one. Just go and look at a beautiful tree. Dare you to hug one. It's fun. And for the record, I love hugging a tree. And start to notice what happens when you stop trying to be productive and start to be present. This is where creativity lives and where courage hides. If you're pivoting, starting over, or just trying to remember what feels right, just remember, you don't have to have it all figured out. Nobody has things figured out. Trust me on that. But what you do have to do is to stay curious. Remember, the child version of you didn't wait for instructions. You just did what you felt like. If this episode spoke to you, why not send it to someone who might benefit from, hugging a tree, or who's been taking life a little too seriously and needs to have more play in their working life? Don't judge. Give it a go. Until next time, keep it gentle, keep it curious. And thanks for listening to Pivot Era, a voice note for people in motion. This is an AI voice-powered podcast shared by humans who simply want to connect across generations and normalize the art of starting again. New episodes drop every Wednesday and Sunday. Share it with someone who's navigating their own pivot or who needs to hear that beginnings aren't failures. They're growth.